Good morning, everyone. In this presentation, I'll be talking about the 2024 Kaiser Family Foundation Employer Health Benefit Survey. I chose this topic because it directly connects to our Unit 6 focus on health insurance and employee benefits, and it gives a real-world picture of how coverage is evolving in today's workplace currently. So some of the background on this survey covers over 2,000 public and private employers, and representing about 154 Americans who have employer-sponsored insurance. It shows that average annual premiums in 2024 were just under $9,000 for single coverage and over $25,000 for family. Workers contributed more than $6,000 on an average towards family coverage. Beyond the numbers, the survey also highlighted trends like the continued use of telehealth, expanded mental health coverage, and employee decisions about high-cost drugs such as GLP-1s. I noticed myself that there has been a rise in the amount of telehealth being conducted, and especially in this remote environment or / hybrid environment that we find ourselves in post-pandemic. Some of the key findings, I found that there were three big takeaways from the survey. The first one being that employer plans spread medical risk across large groups. It keeps premiums somewhat manageable and supports access to preventative care, and that's across large groups. Secondly, health benefits remain an important tool for recruiting and retaining talent. I find that to be a very real thing also. Employers are now adding services like telemedicine and wellness programs because they improve both productivity and morale. Again, I find that true. Lastly, the third one, employer coverage provides financial planning advantages such as payroll deductions and more predictable contributions. That makes healthcare costs easier to manage for families. There are opposing views and challenges that the survey pointed out, and those were highlighted. One being affordability. That's the biggest concern. Family premiums are rising faster than wages, and out-of-pocket costs like deductibles are still very significant. Smaller employees face added struggles with costs and administrative complexities. And tying health insurance to employment, which is something that's traditionally been done in the United States, it creates instability. If someone loses their job, then they lose their health insurance. I've been through this multiple times myself. These issues raise real questions about the sustainability and equity in the system. So overall, the 2024 KFF survey shows employer-sponsored health insurance remains a cornerstone of the U.S. health system. It provides security, improves access to care, and helps employers retain workers, but there's long-term pressure from rising costs, and there are structural weaknesses within the design of the system. Going forward, I think innovations in cost control, benefit design, and policy reform will be critical for keeping employer-sponsored coverage sustainable and effective. And then also how to add properly non-employer-based coverage. In closing, so this basically concludes my review. I appreciate you listening. Hopefully I kept your attention during this presentation, and take care. Thank you.